bring this meeting for the Springfield Local School District School Board to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hess.
Here.
Mr. Jenkins.
Here.
Mr. Hofer.
Here.
Mrs. Collins.
Here.
Mrs. Dawson's absent.
I'd like to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we'd like to have our Race to the Top update presentation.
With us this evening, we have Mrs. Meadows and Megan Babcock.
Mr. Boswell promised me that this would work. You can take it for what it is. It should be on the screen. Oh, it's coming on. There we go. Now if it just. Okay. As we said, I am Mary Meadows, and this is Megan Babcock, and we are here to give you the monthly update for our Race to the Top presentation. These are members of our transition team. We do have a new member who joined us at the last meeting. That would be Raylyn Craig. She's replacing a member who had to step out of Race to the Top.
Okay, the role of the transition team, to note the work done on the Race to the Top grant, report to the community, and document and submit work monthly to ODE, the Ohio Department of Education.
These are meeting notes from January 11, 2012. We run a month behind, so that way we can approve our notes kind of like you do.
In January, we met with Sally Levine, who is the our personal Race to the Top specialist. She presented state and regional updates to give us an idea of where everyone is in the state. She answered a lot of our questions that we had about Race to the Top. She presented a chart noting the difference between Senate Bill 5 and House Bill 153. And she also re-emphasized that Race to the Top and OIP complement each other.
On Section B of Race to the Top, that's our standards and assessment. We discussed FIP, which is the formative instructional practices, and we talked about different ways to put formative instruction into each and every classroom. We talked about tools that we were going to use to gather data to see where students are and where they are going, and how once we reach there, where we will go from there. We talked about professional development models that are being developed online. That is actually the FIP series, and it has been put out by Battelle for Kids, which is a well-known institution in education in Ohio. And our district leadership team notes from December 18th, we talked about those regarding our reading goals because we felt that FIP would help get us to our reading goals.
Okay, using data to improve instruction, we reviewed our goals of the grant to make sure we were on track for what we would like them to be, and we also discussed about data collection tools, what we could possibly use for data collection, what's going to be out there, possibly what the state's going to roll out that would possibly be, would we say, free of charge for us to use for data collection.
While we have the Race to the Top grant.
Right, while we have the Race to the Top, yes.
And for the section of Great Teachers and Leaders, Mr. Morgan discussed response to intervention procedures that are taking place at Springfield High School. The response to intervention or instruction, we're going to create teams from each building to align the practices as a district, because at this time each building sort of does what each building does, and we'd like to have one program for the district to do. And we will meet again to discuss the Ohio Teacher Evaluation System, or the OTAS.
A couple of reminders, Race to the Top information is now available on the district's webpage through the community, student and parent and staff links. So to stay up to date on what's going on with Race to the Top, you can look there.
And that's our presentation on Race to the Top. We'd also thank the teacher laptop program because they introduced us to this form of presentation called a Prezi, which is something that was new to me, and I believe it was new to Mrs. Babcock also. So we were just instituting two things at once by using the Prezi to present Race to the Top to you.
Thank you very much.
It is. Very cool.
Okay, item 5, recognition of the girls bowling team PTC champions.
Mr. Graves and Mr. Vaughn.
Thank you.
Okay, brought up a few of the girls here. We are happy to report that we were 17-4 this year, 7-1 in the league. We won the PTC tournament, which gave us the PTC Metro Division title also. And then this past Saturday, we competed in the sectionals at Stonehenge up in Cuyahoga Falls, and we've qualified to move on to the districts. So these girls have done a nice job. I have Amanda Smith, Kylie Jackson, and Lisa Stout here right now. Okay.
Great job.
Very good.
Great job.
What was the record last year compared to this year?
Last year we were 3-12.
So you guys would say you were the surprise of the league?
Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Graves, this is a first for girls bowling or any bowling team to move on to districts at Springfield.
Yes, it is.
Very good.
It is.
Congratulations.
And the
Great
good news
job.
is we're a pretty young team. Lisa's a junior, Kylie's a sophomore, Amanda's a freshman, and along with that we have Savannah Nestor, who's a freshman, Chelsea Critchfield, who's a freshman, Jordan Beaver, our captain, she's a junior, so they'll all be returning next year. So
We'll see you guys next year at this board meeting?
Absolutely.
yeah, they're kind of shy. So I guess.
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Well, congratulations, girls. Great job.
Nice job. Thanks for being here this evening.
All
We
right.
appreciate it.
Item 6, Spring Hill Junior High presentation.
Mrs. Warner and Mrs. Lash, I believe.
I'm going to ask Mrs. Lash to come up, and she is going to introduce to you or lead the 7th and 8th grade peer mediation team to talk to you about what they do and the different leadership opportunities that they've had a chance to be involved in this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is such a treat to be here to recognize these. I have two teams. I have a team of 7th graders and a team of 8th graders. And what they do, a lot of people don't know, especially the kids when we bring them into my office to do a mediation, they go, well, what's peer mediation? And I said, working out a conflict. So I am so tickled that I have everybody here but one. I will introduce them, and then I have the students who will say what we do in my office. I want to say this is my 18th year as a school counselor, and I've been doing peer mediation for the last 16 years. So I always thank the administration for supporting me in this. I think it teaches students, fellow students, we can work it out in a peaceful way, and that's what we are. And I'm real tickled about our shirts. I need to thank Haley Atkins and her dad, Mr. Atkins. Jerry will be talking about what our shirts stand for, but he made the shirts, and I can't thank you enough for doing that.
did it.
And Haley. So let me introduce the kids, and then I'll let Allie take over and speak. The 7th grade team, so you guys, when I call you, just kind of step out so they know who you are. I have Danae Carter, and then Abby Graham. Thanks, and Abby Graham. I have Andrew Hanna, Elena Slater, Colton Ross, and Marissa Watkins. Okay, that's our 7th grade team. Our 8th grade team, I have I have a set of, this is like my second year, I have second year students, and then we train some new ones, some new 8th graders. So that's why the 8th grade, I have much more. And next year I'll have more 7th graders too that will be 8th grade and we will train. So let's see, second year is Haley Atkins, Skylar Hampton, Courtney Rodriguez, Allie Rodenbacher, Tanner Semmelsberger, and Kayla Solomon is not here, but she's also my second year working with kids to work through conflict. Now the new ones this year, the new 8th graders, we have Hannah Contreras, Tristan Davis, Jerry Lanick, Michelle Winiger, and Liz White. I think I called everybody. And from there, I will let the students talk a little bit about what we do in terms of trying to mediate and make Spring Hill a better place. Go ahead, Allie.
Step aside. I'm Allie Rodenbacher. I'm an 8th grader. As we all know, conflict is a part of everyday life. It can be handled in positive and negative ways. As peer mediators, our job is to help handle conflict in a positive way. We are a neutral third person, we respect all points of views, and keep all information confidential. To know how to handle these situations, we go to 6 weeks of training during lunch. Many of the 8th graders came back to lunch this year to help train the new 7th graders and some of the new 8th graders. Peer mediation is when disputants come face to face and tell their side of the story, uninterrupted. We help them define their conflict, find solutions, and agree on them. There are 6 basic steps to a mediation, which is covered during our training. The first step to mediation is to open the session. We introduce ourselves and have disputants agree on the ground rules to peer mediation, such as make sure everyone talks uninterrupted, no name calling or fighting. Then we have each disputant tell their side of the story. Uninterrupted, as they talk, we try and find common interests between the two in conflict. The next step is we create options with their common interests. Then we evaluate those options and create a solution. Finally, we write an agreement and have them sign it and shake hands or sometimes even hug. We always remember to remind each side that we are trusted students and they can come to the guidance office whenever it is needed. All people have different priorities and principles, and because of that, conflict arises. That is why peer mediation is so important to our school.
Hi, my name is Abby Graham, and I'm a 7th grader. I'm here to tell you about, we went to a conference at Akron University to prevent and to discontinue bullying in our schools. We first watched a couple of slideshows that basically showed us and told us what types of bullying that we will see during peer mediations. The types of bullying are verbal bullying, physical bullying, bullying through lies and false rumors, having money or other things taken or damaged by students who bully, being threatened or being forced to do things by students who bully, racial bullying, sexual bullying, cyberbullying such as cell phones or the internet. They also told us the actual definition of bullying, which is a cruel person who intimidates smaller or weaker people continuously. After the slideshow, we joined different schools in different conference rooms. One of the groups that ran one of the conferences is Cuyahoga Falls Stand-Up Group. They taught us to don't care what people think of you and stand up for yourself and others. There were 3 athletes that came and spoke to us. When they were younger, 1 out of the 3 athletes got bullied. The other 2 were the bullies. I am glad that I had an opportunity to go to the conference because it influenced me more on peer mediations. And that's it.
My name is Elena. I'm a 7th grader. This year, our peer mediation team got to attend the stand-up leadership conference they put on at Akron U. I think it gave us all a better feel on what happens and how it affects people's lives when they're bullied. One of the things we did while we were there was 2 high school groups had activities that gave us a little more knowledge on how people are bullied. One group was the Cuyahoga Falls group called STAND. While we were meeting with them, we talked about one of the most common ways people are bullied. Anyway, we had a deck of cards and everyone took one. but you didn't know what card you were holding. You then held it up to your forehead. If you had a 9, 10, Jack, Queen, or King, you're a more popular person. But if you had an 8 or under card, you were considered lower standard. Basically, you walk around and people who had higher cards, everyone wanted to talk to. But if you had a lower card, you were avoided. It was sort of neat because it's true. It's a way to make someone feel neglected and helpless, which is bullying. There were another group from Green called Chain Reaction. They taught us how every human being is equal. We were there for several hours learning about types of bullying and mental wellness. We also learned how bullying can put people into serious depressions. Sometimes people have thoughts of suicide. Did you know depression begins in the brain? I didn't know that until now. There are medical conditions that don't go away. About 20% of people in America suffer mental illnesses. Anyone can suffer depression. Girls are twice as much likely to suffer depression. Depression is ongoing. Next year, Spring Hill hopes our peer mediation team gets to be a part in this, teaching about bullying. We're really hoping our group Pearl helps kids at our school and just simply taking a stand to help out.
Thank you. Thank you. And Jerry? He's going to explain. We went to a leadership conference back in November down at the university. It was just so awesome to see all these kids from all over Summit County talking, and how can we help one another? How can we empower fellow students that we don't have to take it? We don't have to be alone with if somebody is hurting you with words or intimidating. So we had Jerry, and actually Tristan Davis came up with the word pearl. And he doesn't have a shirt because he graciously gave up his shirt because I miscounted, and it's all my fault. But he's going to have a shirt come either tomorrow or Thursday. So and he was so nice of him to give up his shirt for one of the other 8th graders. They will talk to you about what this is all coming out of that leadership conference, and they came up with the words pearl. And I'll let you say what it means and what we'd like to do for our school, like Cuyahoga Falls and Green have those groups. How can we open it up to our school to help others, knowing that they're not alone with this? So go ahead.
Well, PEARL stands for peace, equality, acceptance, respect, and love. These were just, I thought, important values that to come by in people, so I thought, why not? We are hoping to start this group, and it will be open to any students, bullies, and people who are being bullied. We kind of want to give people who are being bullied a safe place to come and talk and kind of vent and maybe even find ways to help survive being bullied. And hopefully, if we can get bullies, we can change some of their outlooks on things. Like I said, we have many ways, we have different options when it comes to helping people in peer mediation, and we thought maybe if we can get to people who are being bullied or bullies before they have to be brought into the office, then that would save a lot of problems. So we come up with ways to help people beforehand.
Thank you. I couldn't ask for a better group of students. I'm so proud of them. They work very hard. It all takes place in my office. I'm in there, but I sit back, I'm listening, but they take over. And it's just really, and I think as parents who have, if you're here tonight, it's just so nice to see how hard your child is working to make an agreement so that it's like a win-win. How can we get, we call it a compromise, how can we get both those kids are in conflict? Allie said disputants, but it's just another nice big word for kids that are in conflict with one another. To when they walk out of my office, that they feel better, and they work very, very hard. And it's just nice that they get a little bit of recognition tonight, because they are like my eyes and ears of the school, and they come to me if they're concerned about somebody, and we're all working together to try to make Spring Hill a better place, because it's really all about learning. That's first and foremost. And so you can't learn if you're stressed out or if you're scared. So we're trying to do our part. Tristan, did you want to say something about Pearl?
Just more about the Pearl group.
Go ahead, Scott, and then I know we can.
More about the Pearl group is everything he said. How we would run it more is meet after school some days, like maybe twice a week. We're not exactly sure about that. We'll have to work that out with Miss Warner. And some things we would do is like wear certain colors on a certain day. just to help promote like the anti-bullying and like do things like give a stranger a hug day or some stuff like that. Just some fun stuff to get the awareness out there. And we would have it open to the whole school to come, although we know they all won't come. But we would also hand invite some people that we know we want to change and that we know are being bullied, and some that are bullying people, just to help change the outlook on the school.
That's right. Thank you. We are really, what we learned at the Stand-Up Leadership Conference, we need to take a look at all the bystanders. And Cuyahoga Falls, their group calls them the upstanders, to teach them that if you see somebody and you know you can do something, we're going to try to teach skills to help, that we're all in this together. You don't have to take it if you are being hurt by somebody. So that's what they really want to do this. So I'm really proud of all of them. And thank you for having us tonight.
I'd just like to say thank you for being here. You guys are doing a wonderful job of making Spring Hill a better place for kids to learn. But thanks for being here tonight. And I want to thank the parents for bringing the kids here.
Yes.
Thank you. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
What a great program.
You guys are all wonderful role models, and it's a great program. And, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Just one other thing on that. Sure. I noticed Kevin being here. I was reading that Green has a program that I thought was really interesting about sportsmanship and promoting sportsmanship within not only Green City schools but the teams that they're playing. And I just, in reading about their program, I thought that was very inspirational too, kind of similar to what we have here, and just to know if there's ever any opportunity in the future to help explore sportsmanship. It seems like things can get so controversial. You know, everybody's out there to win, but sometimes in the stands and yelling things at each other in the field, and just really want to promote sportsmanship as much as possible too.
Yeah, I think it's a great point. Obviously, it's something that we really want to take pride in and do the right thing. There are plenty of options out there for programs of sportsmanship, and actually there's a new one within the OHSAA right now that we can seek to start being a part of that program if we would like. We want to get better each year in all aspects of athletics and academics, and this is something that we can look forward to doing. So it's great.
You know, we want to excel on the field, we want to excel off the field, and I really would like to see us excel in the stands. We already do a great job, but you know, there's always room for
Sure. And it's funny, you bring up Green, and we had the bowling team here, and I was talking with Mr. Stauffer earlier about having the opportunity to go out and watch both bowling teams, boys and girls, compete. And this past weekend, when they were at sectionals, not only doing a great job with their talents as far as throwing the ball down the lane and knocking down pins, it was great to watch the girls interact with the other teams. Green was there right next to us, and Walsh Jesuit was there right next to us. And watching our girls interact with both teams and vice versa, their girls interacting with ours, great sportsmanship. If our girls wouldn't knock down the pins and get a strike, then the Green girls will be giving our team fives. And if the Green team was doing the same thing, our girls were, congratulating them, and vice versa. It seemed like there was a great bond going on there for, girls coming from 3 different areas, and to kind of bond around the game of bowling, I thought was a great job on all parts. So, while I'm here, do you want me to go over a couple little things, maybe? Just a quick update. Just some good things going on with athletics throughout the rest of the year. The winter season is coming to a conclusion. It came quick, and spring sports actually started yesterday. We had softball and baseball start, but this week we have our girls basketball, varsity basketball, playing in sectionals. They're in the Lake sectional, so they play at Lake High School tomorrow night, 7:30 start. They always appreciate any support. They play Norton Panthers. Thursday night, we have the Russ Pastick Hall of Fame at Hartville Kitchen. We have 4 inductees this year: David Bolyard, David Dees, Kenny Bean, and Christine Brooks Cerny. All four great candidates. And then on Friday night, we have senior night with our Ravenna, against the Ravenna basketball team with our boys varsity basketball team. And we'll be recognizing not only our seniors, but we'll also be recognizing the inductees for the Russ Pastic Hall of Fame. Also Friday, we've had a couple wrestlers who did a great job in sectionals this year, one being Andrew Hofer. He took second place in sectionals down in North Canton, and he'll be wrestling and qualified for districts this Friday at the Alliance District. And if they continue to win, they will then compete on Saturday. We also had Jordan Carr, who took third place, and he advances to districts. And then lastly, next week, we have the boys competing in sectionals for boys basketball, and they will be competing on Saturday, March 3rd, 6:15 p.m. down at Canton Fieldhouse, and they will be competing against St. Vincent St. Mary. So,
Kevin, where and when are the bowling sectionals?
the bowling sectionals are. Did Coach Graves not say anything? Oh, bowling sectionals or districts? Yeah, bowling districts are this Sunday. They are at Twin Star Lanes in Kent, and it will be a noon start. And I'm sure they'd appreciate all the support if anybody would like to go out and give that.
How'd the boys end up Sunday? I was there for a little bit.
The boys finished 12th, I believe. They do a good job. They're young, very young as well, and they got better this year. There was no doubt there was improvement. And they did not qualify for the next round. They didn't have anybody qualify as an individual as well. But they did finish third in the Portage Trail Conference. And actually, the bowling JV boys went 8-0 on the season. So pretty good season for both varsity and JV bowlers, and looks like a promising future as well.
Very good. Thanks.
Just wanted to give you an update while I was up here. So.
Might as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 7, approval of minutes. It is recommended that the board approve the minutes of the organizational and regular meetings of January 3rd, 2012, and the special meeting of January 28th, 2012, Exhibit 1.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call?
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer? Yes. Motion carried.
Motion carried. Item 8, citizens' comments on agenda items. Citizens' comments on agenda items are welcome at this time. Seeing none. Item 9, payment of bills. It is recommended that the board approve payment of bills for the month of January pending audit, Exhibit 2.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call?
Mr. Hofer? Yes. Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes. Motion carried. Item 10, acceptance of financial reports. It is recommended that the board accept the financial reports from the treasurer for January 2012.
So moved.
Second.
Questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer? Yes. Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Motion carried. Item 11, personnel. Employ Amy Foster as a classified substitute and substitute bus driver for the negotiated contract and pending proper licensure effective first day assigned. Employ Peggy Hartong as classified substitute for the negotiated contract and pending proper licensure effective first day assigned. Employ the following intervention specialists as IEP liaison to work with private schools to write IEPs and hold IEP meetings in conjunction with the Ohio Department of Education's John Peterson Special Needs Scholarship. The home instruction rate will apply and all work will be done outside the regular work hours. They are Leona Jones, Melanie Smethers, Dawn Wander, and Sheila Wright. Approve the following athletic supplemental contracts for the 2011-12 school year per the negotiated contract pending proper licensure. and we have a list of them. Scott Swan, varsity head baseball coach. Randy Jarvis, JV head baseball coach. Roger Arrington, varsity head softball coach. Alexa McCleister, JV head softball coach. Matt Graves, varsity head boys track coach. Jody Burgess, varsity head girls track coach. Alex Gray, junior high head boys track coach. And Michelle Zargis, junior high head girls track coach. Approve the following volunteer coaches for the 2011-12 school year pending proper licensure. Kevin Hall, volunteer varsity assistant baseball coach. Ed Rasnick, volunteer varsity assistant baseball coach. Mike Canavan, volunteer varsity assistant baseball coach. Paris Riddle, volunteer varsity assistant softball coach. And Lauren Reed, volunteer varsity assistant track coach. It is recommended that the board approve the above listed personnel items.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins.
Yes.
Mr. Hess.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item 12, approval of the 2012-13 school calendar. It is recommended that the board approve the 2012-13 school calendar as it appears in Exhibit 3.
So moved.
Second.
Questions?
Bill, this coincides a lot with Portage Lakes, right?
Yes, it's almost identical to Portage Lakes. Teachers' first day is August 20th. Students' first day is August 21st. Our last day for students is May the 30th, and that coordinates very well with graduation, which is May 31st. So it coordinates with Portage Lakes real well. It also gets us out a little bit earlier, which will help us with our new move into the new junior high school in 2013. So the sooner that we can get out and that move take place, the better off we are.
Roll call?
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
Mr. Hess.
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item 13, approval of lease. It is recommended that the board approve a lease agreement with Lisa Poppridge for a period of 12 months commencing February 1st, 2012 and terminating January 31st, 2013 for the property located at 1399 Seneca Avenue at the rate of $400 per month, as in Exhibit 4.
So move.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins.
Yes.
Mr. Hess.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Motion carried. Approval of the agreement with REA and Associates. It is recommended that the board enter into an agreement with REA and Associates to perform compliance measures related to the Medicaid school program agency cost report as in Exhibit 5.
So moved.
Second.
Questions?
This is standard, right?
Yeah, these are new federal regulations that you have to hire a CPA firm now to oversee the Medicaid program, that we get back funds from the federal government that are related to special services for special needs children. And they basically want some oversight, so every school district is now having to go out and enter into an agreement with a CPA firm. We've worked with Ray and Associates for many years, compiling our gap reports. They happen to be very competitively priced, even on the lower end of the scale, and I think they're a quality CPA firm. So, again, these are what you call unfunded mandates, but it's necessary, and it'll just make sure that our reports are in compliance.
Oh, so they're just checking our reports.
That's correct.
Do we pay them, is this like the money that we pay them based on how much we get back?
No.
Or no, it's totally different?
This is a flat fee. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 3 years, 2010, 11, and this year 12.
12.
That's how I read it.
Right. Yes, because they go back. They go back to actually when the compliance has to start. Right.
2010, 2011, 2012.
Right. That's correct.
Okay. Roll call?
Mr. Hess.
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins.
Yes.
Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item number 15, approval to proceed with specifications. It is recommended that the board authorizes the superintendent and/or business manager to work with MKC to proceed in specifications for a section of roof replacement at Schropp Intermediate School. Proposed advertisement dates would be in March 2012.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions?
This is not for the entire roof, right? This is with just the sections.
That's that section over the cafeteria.
Right.
So that's about 33,000 square feet that we talked about.
17,000.
17,000.
Yeah, we've had an ongoing leak problem there the last couple of years for sure. It's time to replace it.
Yeah, just, I would ask if there's any possibility to add more insulation.
Pardon me?
Add more insulation.
Gotcha.
That would cut down on our heating bill.
Mhm.
That's a pretty good sized chunk of roof space.
Yeah, we did talk to Dave Zeller.
Good.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
Mr. Hess.
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item 16, treasurer's report.
I passed out earlier, take a look at this, the budget versus actual. Basically what I provided you is an analysis of the salaries and the fringe benefits this fiscal year versus last fiscal year. And you could take a look at it and see where it's trending. I'm going to be picking different areas of the 5-year forecast and the budget versus actual and let you know where we're at. Everything is fine.
Okay.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Hitting on the high points.
Hitting the high points.
All right. Item number 17, business manager's report. Dan?
January, the cafeteria made a profit of $4,700, which puts us $29,000 in the black this year, which is basically $20,000 ahead of last year at this time. So we're doing very good in the cafeteria. If you remember, last February we had 4 snow days.
Mhm.
Knock on wood, this February's been great. I had 4 golf days. So, but otherwise, maintenance, is dealing with steam leaks and some roof leaks. But today we did evacuate Roosevelt this morning as a precautionary measure. They smelled a strange odor. The fire department came out, did some readings, looked around, nothing was found, so the students did return to the classrooms.
What was the odor like? Did they say, or do they know?
I don't want to say they're cooking cabbage in the kitchen, but yeah, they took CO2 readings and nothing was,
Yeah, the fear,
abnormal.
of course, was a natural gas leak that didn't pan out, and we found out that the exhaust fans were also not running.
In the kitchen, which when they start up, cooking could lead to some fumes, but so that's all handled. Other than that, we're just in meetings about this summer, abatement at the high school, demolition of part of the bus garage, and more meetings on top of meetings, but everything seems to be going smooth.
Besides the 4 snow days last year, are we doing anything else different? Did we change providers? Is there anything that we've put in place, or it's just basically those 4 snow days?
No, well, it's basically 5,000 a snow day.
Mhm.
So, but we haven't even hit February yet with these numbers. So we're a lot of use of commodities. The managers are using, the free government food. I think kids are eating more because there's more free and reduced, and that's funded by the federal government. So participation's up a little bit, so.
Didn't we have an issue in like an employee issue or something that we're paying out of that caused us to run deficits
And
for a
then
couple years?
2 years in a row, we've had employees out with, either knee replacements, back injuries, unrelated to workman's comp, but when they're out, they, get paid their sick days, and then you have to hire a sub, so it's like double wages if you have a long-term illness. So far this year, it's been good.
Good. Sounds real good. Okay. Item 18, Superintendent's Report.
First thing I want to report is I have a note here from Miss Jen Rett. The solo and ensemble competition was held at Crestwood High School on February the 4th, 2012. The members of the Spartanaires entered the competition in the chamber ensemble category and received a Superior 1 rating for singing a Class A competition piece. Soloist junior Miranda Toman also received a Superior rating 1 for singing a Class B solo in Italian. I believe Miranda sang at our last girls' basketball game, the national anthem, I think.
She sings at just about all of them.
She has an unbelievable voice if you haven't heard her sing. Just outstanding. So congratulations to the Spartanaires for doing a wonderful job. Construction-wise, the project is on schedule. If you look out along Canton Road, the walls that you see going up, that's the junior high wing. The block walls are up. The rooms are up if you walk through. All of the first floor is done. They'll begin on the second floor shortly. They're working on the senior high wing right now, and also the gymnasium block is going up. So the great weather this winter has really helped with construction, and they are right on pace, which is great news. Last Friday, we had abatement bids for the high school project this summer. Those bids came in. We're checking the 2 apparent low bids. Those people will be interviewed this coming week, but I'm happy to say all of the bids were under estimate, so we're good as far as the bids go.
How many bids did we have?
I want to say we had 4 or 5.
That's good.
Same companies?
Some of them same companies. The apparent low bidder is not the company we used last summer, though, surprisingly. Which I guess that's a piece of bad news because that company did an outstanding job for us last summer. But they won't be doing the work this summer, apparently. Other things going on, like Kevin said, the Athletic Hall of Fame induction is Thursday over at in Hartville, and they'll be honored at the halftime of the basketball game Friday. Other things going on, we're still searching for a new board office location, and that is ongoing. And hopefully, we'll have something in place within the next month or so. Hopefully, that's
Mr.
it.
Stauffer, I
Yes.
keep getting hit with the school's going up fast. When are we moving in? When are we moving in?
We're moving in.
Everybody know.
It'll be the fall of 2013, whatever that start date is, either late August or early September, depending on our school calendar for that year. There's a very real possibility, I think, the school calendar for 2013, we may have an after Labor Day start just to give people a chance to finish the project up and get moved in. Because when you think about it, we're going to be moving an entire high school into a new building and a junior high into a new building. So there's going to be a lot of work to take place. Also that summer, demolition of the old high school has to take place also. So there's a lot of work to finish up in a short amount of time. But yeah, it'll be fall of 2013. So year and a half away. It's coming fast.
And you can tell it's ramping up from a dollar standpoint. To put it in perspective, is my bills are going to start coming in at $2 to $4 million every month. So that's a big project. It's a $40-some million project. So that part's starting to ramp up. I'm starting to see big bills come in, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 invoices. So
And we do have the money to pay it.
Yes, we have the money to pay it.
That's a really good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Mr. Hofer has been with us on a couple of walkthroughs out there, and it's been really neat. Initially, it was hard to tell where things were going to be. Now, as you walk through, it's starting to look like a school. You can tell exactly where things are. You can tell where the gyms are. You can tell where the auditorium is. You walk into classrooms, and you'll say, oh, this is a science classroom. This is an English classroom. Very, very impressive. It's exciting.
It is. It's neat to see where all the power lines go. It's amazing the amount of conduit and the wiring that's going to go into this building, and it's all taking shape.
That's all I have.
Okay. Number 19, items worthy of your note. Dates to remember: February 21st, Roosevelt Elementary K to 3rd conferences, 4 to 7 p.m. March 1st, Spring Hill and High School conferences, 4 to 7 p.m. March 7th, there's a late start, 2-hour delay. March 8th, Young Elementary K to 3rd conferences, 4 to 8 p.m. March 16th, end of the 3rd quarter. March 20th, next regular Board of Education meeting. March 22nd, Spring Hill and High School report card pickup, 4 to 7 p.m. April 6th, spring vacation begins. And April 16th, classes resume. Anything else anybody can think of?
Hard to believe we're almost to the end of the 3rd grading period, though.
Okay. Item 20, citizens' comments. Seeing none. Item 21, it is executive session. It is recommended that the board go into executive session at this time to discuss negotiations and employment of personnel.
So move.
Second.
And there will be no action.
Roll call?
Dave, Mr. Hofer, second?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Motion carried.
6:46. I gave Cynthia some stuff we could discuss before the lawyer comes in.
Okay, good. And we will do executive session in here, so as soon as everybody...
Can we do,
Oh, one other thing.
one
I'm
other
sorry.
thing, so sorry, before we adjourn. It's been given to me about the brick sale to support Springfield local school students' academic future by donating to its past. Join us in participating in the Bricks for Brains project, building a bright and successful future for all students through financial support and community involvement. It's $20 minimum donation per brick, and all of the donations are going to be used to support the academic efforts of the schools and to provide a quality public education for the kids. It says supporting the foundation provides you with a mechanism to give a tax-deductible contribution to help build bright and successful futures to all of our students. For individual classroom teacher grants, various district-wide projects and initiatives, book share, and scholarship opportunities. If I'm correct, we think this is on the website, and if it's not, we're going to try to get it up there. You want to make your checks payable to the Springfield Schools Academic Foundation. And what a great way when those schools, when the high school and the central building come down, that we can take a little bit from the past, like it says, and put it into the future, and it shows a little bit more.
And also,
And there should be bricks available at every school in the township's main office.
That's great.
Okay.
That's
so
great.
there are bricks at every single school in the district. You can purchase the bricks there,
Purchase
and
the
there's
bricks.
examples. And they have a nice plaque attached to each brick that has a nice Spartan logo and talks about the years and stuff. And I know we have one down on display at the senior center too. If people want to come down, they have order blanks down there also. So they are really, really nice.
Was that bricks from the wing that was just torn down?
And if we ask for prayers for the family?
Yeah, want me to say that?
Yes, please.
Good idea.
Yeah, one other thing, you'll notice that Mary Lou Dodson is not here tonight. She's dealing with a serious family illness with her husband. Please keep Mary Lou and the family and Doug in your prayers, please.
Okay. Now we'll go into executive session.
Okay. We'll just stay right here.
6:50.